Ay, ay, cabrón. Arrivederci, young lady.
Hello.
I noticed you waving me over from the train car, and I decided to accompany you on this.
Sure. Please take a seat.
Thank you. Oh,
You okay there?
oh yes. Yeah, he's perfectly okay. People like to think that I have no vigor left in these veins.
You seem quite virile. What is your name?
I see you have not been to the movie theaters recently, for if you have, you would have known that my last name is Angelini.
Okay.
Carlo is my first name, and you would have seen directed by Carlo Angelini at the end of every film of the past 75 years.
Oh, dang. Let me see. What was that? Angelini.
Angelini. Con la musica. Ay, ay, ay.
Nothing's coming up. How about you give me a little tidbit about yourself?
I hate the internet. They don't keep a database of all my films because they shot on film. And I am a filmmaker, you see. That is why I'm on this train through Yosemite Valley.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's beautiful this time of year.
It is absolutely unbeatable. I adore trains, but I hate train movies. I can't stand how every train movie, or most of them at least, are westerns. How come there's no modern train movies with just contemporary models of cabooses and steam engines, and what happened to the steam engine? And that's how come there's chemtrails and not cumulonimbus clouds in the sky these days.
Carlo, are you autistic?
I'm very artistic.
Okay, maybe moving on. So, what got you into filmmaking?
Oh yes, that is an excellent question. I think it was the first film I ever saw, Cats vs. Dogs, in 2000.
That was the first movie you ever saw?
It was a seminal experience. It was a life-changing experience, a seminal film moment for me, because at that time I had only seen dogs. It was the first time anyone in my little town had seen a cat, and to see how conniving they could be.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it too. It's kind of like slander, you know, against cats.
It's totally cat slander. Some are bad. Some should be smacked on the head really hard if they scratch you while you're just trying to get a pet at your niece's wedding.
Yeah, I mean, it happens to the best of us, am I right?
All the time. All the time. So, what about you?
Oh, you know, I'm just here on this train to Yosemite. Speaking of train movies, have you seen Train to Busan?
Oh,
That ain't no Western.
what is this Busan movie?
You know, it's kind of spooky. I don't know if you'd be able to handle it.
Listen, I saw Elmo in Grouchland at a very young age. That did not scare me. Nothing could scare me.
Yeah. How old are you, Carlo?
I'm 99.
Hey. What was the last movie you directed?
It was this short film for Target.
Are you serious? Like a commercial?
No, not a commercial. We use film on my sets. Always film, no digital. It was a story of a young couple looking for sales and finding out that skincare products and grocery products could be bought at the same spot.
Yeah.
And so they jumped in front of a teal seamless for hours.
It's beautiful.
It was beautiful.
Yeah. That sounds lovely.
They were very upset I used teal and not red.
Yeah. I could see that. Red is. Have you been to a Target, Carlo?
I've driven past it on my way to Ross for Less.
Yeah, on the 5, right?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
that's the one.
That's the spot.
And not the 405. Could I ask, you live in California?
Yes. Yeah.
Why do they call it the 405?
That's actually really interesting, Carlo. It's because you're gonna be on it for full 05 hours.
Oh!
Yeah, it's a bit of a traffic joke. Do you guys?
Oh man.
And I heard arrivederci. You're from Italia, correct?
See, used to be Crete was the island I was from, but I just say Italy because people don't know where Crete is.
Yeah. Especially if you hit them with that R.
It was a different traffic situation because in Italian it's only bicycles.
Right.
There is no automobiles. The Ferrari movie is propaganda. There is no actual Italian cars in the world anymore. It's all CGI, which is why I can't stand digital.
Yeah.
And only in my country, little boys ride the bicycles. Nobody else is allowed even. And the boys, it's weird because they don't even have places to go.
Just little boys.
Yeah, and people like their fathers need to get to work, but they can't even use the bicycle because it's a kid, como se dice, kid's toy.
Ah, okay. How do other people get around?
They walk, and if they need to, they walk on their hands.
See, okay, I've been to Italy and I didn't see this.
Oh. What
Maybe
part
it was
of
like
Italy are you
it was
from?
like a modern thing. Maybe back when you were a kid.
Yes.
That's how it was, or maybe in Crete. I've never been to Crete.
You should go sometime. You said you're from Italy?
No, I visited.
Oh, what
Like
part
on a
of Italy are you
vacation.
from?
I'm not from there. I just a plain old, American visa visit.
America. Visa in Yosemite.
Yeah, I guess I don't need a passport to be in America because I'm American, not from Italy.
I hate this politics talk.
What?
What are you reading there?
It's Factotum by Charles Bukowski.
Oh, yes. I've never heard of him.
What?
Yeah, is he any good?
He's a good writer. I think maybe as a film bro, you would like him.
Oh man, just a second. My allergies on this train. Oh, Yosemite has so much pollen this time of year.
Yeah.
Oh, how silly. I left the sticker on the glasses. And you let me talk for so long.
It's okay, don't cry.
I'm leaking out of my orifices.
The classic Carlo, right?
Classic.
I feel like I've known you for a really long time now.
Yeah. It does feel like.
Yeah, I like your glasses though, by the way.
I was about to say the same thing.
Crazy, right?
How is, what's that word? Kismet.
Yeah.
How
about
did you do that?
You do this.
What?
It makes things interesting.
Oh,
Yeah.
look at me, train conductor. Get over here. That's a new one. Ay, this cane is such a nuisance. So what do you do if you're not on the train?
Actually, this is my stop.
Oh, no.
I gotta go.
Oh, please, no. Wait.
Yeah, I know.
I have no one.
Oh.
I'm not really a filmmaker.
Oh.
Everything I said was a fabrication.
So
because in my head, I'm pretending I'm Ashton Kutcher. And you're on point, baby!
That's crazy.
Yeah, I think there's something wrong with the way I think.
I'll say. But you know what? Weirdly, being here with you, in this beautiful landscape, I feel it too. I mean, you say you're 90, but I don't see it. I see a wonderful Italian filmmaker in front of me. And I've never felt anything like this. Carlo, or whatever your name is. I think there's something here.
Okay.
All right, so I'm here with the very famous Carlos Roque, interviewing him about comedy stylings, what he does, who he is, and maybe what is life. We'll get into that. So, hello.
Hey.
Tell me who you are.
Hey, what's up? I'm Carlos Roque. I am a filmmaker, comedian, in the simplest of words, indie producer. I'm just here for a good time, baby. I know how cameras work, and I know how the stage works, so I'm just trying to make the people laugh.
Very cool. Very cool. What got you into that? What is your why for filmmaking, for comedy?
Yeah, that one I've been like rethinking a lot lately, but I don't know. It's something about there's so much confusion in the world, and like everyone feels like they don't know what to do. So I feel like when you make somebody laugh, it's really nice because it's like it doesn't even matter where you're from or like who you are. Or I don't have to know anything about you. Like if I could just make somebody laugh from like thousands of miles away, or like 50 feet away in the room, and like they can laugh in the comfort of the darkness if it's something out of pocket that they would never say in public, but to hear it is so funny to them,
Yeah.
Like that's kind of like why I think I do all this.
Yeah. What was your first, taste of entertainment?
Dude, really, it was a talent show in the 4th grade.
Mm-hmm.
I had to dress up as like SpongeBob, but also there was like a 4th grade talent show and a 5th grade talent show, and if you wanted to host it, like you could do both of them, so you could get like more chances to act.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh yeah. So on one of the shows I was SpongeBob, and on another one I was Jessica Simpson.
Yeah. And that was the last time you cross-dressed.
And it was like so much fun, dude, because like, you know, obviously no human can look like a SquarePants man. And so I just got a SpongeBob shirt. My mom helped me out. We like, I forget like why we cut the sleeves off or something. We did something where like,
You wanted to keep it sexy.
Yeah, like we painted the rest of me yellow enough. And it was like, I remember thinking, I'm like, damn, this doesn't look like SpongeBob, but we had a script ready and we were rehearsing lines and everything.
Yeah.
And it was just so fun to be like, yeah, like, I don't know, at that age, you know, you really don't have any of the self-consciousness that would later develop.
Yeah.
Because you're like, oh, this is silly and fun, and obviously the costumes look like shit, but everybody was having so much fun being at the talent show.
Yeah, life hasn't beaten you down
Yeah,
yet.
yeah, that's like what hooked me. And then
Right.
I think that's where like the entertainment bug came from, but like movies, I've always loved movies.
Yeah. And I did read online that SpongeBob has a really huge significance to you and your outlook on life.
Yeah.
And the influence of your comedic career. So if you want to speak about that for a little bit.
Oh, totally. Like SpongeBob is, someone said it best. It was Thoreau. Someone said that SpongeBob is like Bugs Bunny and Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
And it's like these kind of cartoons don't come around often where like, you know, now they're gifts that we send each other.
Yeah.
Because they're so iconic. And what's so good about SpongeBob is like, I'm gonna be this indie film bro, but creative director Derek Drymon he was on the show for seasons 1 through 3, and like, you know, everyone talks about how it falls off, but dude, in the first 3 seasons, it was so like the comedy that Steven Hillenburg was writing on paper.
Yeah.
Derek Drymon was able to translate the funny world of Bikini Bottom. He was able to build like these dumb characters, like the My Leg character.
Yeah.
And like I'm sure like I'm giving credit in wrong places, but it was like that kind of idea. Like there's so many texture jokes. Like there's like there's like that scene where Mr. Krabs calls him lame, and then they do like a really nice drawing of them because they look lame, but it's like a very detailed, like, look at these dorks.
Yeah.
And then when they say not lame, they do another detailed insert drawing, and it's like,
yeah, those detailed inserts were pretty wild.
yeah, it was the commitment to like, everyone's on the silly train right now.
Yeah.
You know, everyone, it just felt so fun.
Yeah. That's pretty good. So yeah, you mentioned before life got to you. Has life gotten to you? Do you feel embarrassment? Do you feel embarrassed ever? And follow-up question, what advice do you have to the viewers out there who may feel embarrassed or beaten down about life and want to see a way out of that?
Yeah, you know, it's tough. It's like, I feel like life has beaten me down, but at the same time...
Name a specific time.
I like that quote that was like, dang, what was the quote? If everyone threw their problems in the air, you would pick your problems over anyone else's.
Right.
And it's like, yeah, so it's like, I don't know, specific point, I feel like everybody and a lot of people was COVID, you know. I was finally, like, fairly financially stable and, like, able to support myself. And not that I'm, like, trying to, like, get away from my parents and be, like, this rebel guy.
Yeah.
And I just want to, like, if you can't save everybody in the world, but you could like start by saving yourself. And if you save your parents the financial burden of you know, even if they're happy to do it, is like good. It's a good thing, you know, to want to like retire your parents, I think.
Right.
And like, so I was like on a good train to there. Whoa. Train talk. I was on a good train to that, and then, you know, like a lot of people, COVID swept the leg and just fucked up my plan.
My leg.
My leg. But like, it was, you know, I don't think about that now. I love what I do. I'm so blessed that like on a day like today, I was able to like make this my Friday and be like, okay, you know, you get to go perform today, you know, and every time, like, you know, even though the freelance jobs are kind of like few and far between, every time I get to work with the camera and I get paid for it, it's a very like validating feeling for me to be like, you know, college wasn't for nothing, and like this bug that I had in high school for writing screenplays is still there. And, like, all that.
Speak on that a little bit more. How did you catch this screenwriting bug?
Dude, shouts out Todd Sotner, Mr. Sotner in Tribeca Hills High School.
Shout him out.
He, dude, he's just such a good teacher. You know, and I had so many good teachers. I had him with Mr. Papert. I don't want to get into everything, but that was a good, you guys know Mr. Papert.
Yeah, the statute of limitations is over. So you can get into it if you want.
You guys all bleed blue Mustangs, right? You guys all THHS, woo! No, he ran like the theater department, but then also the film department. And like in Orange County, there's like not a lot of, at the time, I guess, when I went to school, there wasn't like high schools that had film departments, you know? And I'm sure that's very unique in certain places. And I was like always so interested, but I was also always on this like football path.
Right.
Like I was a football kid growing up. And
that's shocking.
and like the year or the month before our first varsity game, and I was a senior, I broke my arm, so I like couldn't play, and I had to like find a new elective, and I was able to like explore screenwriting. So it was really like God closed the door, opened the window.
Thought about my future laying in the dirt. I can't jump, I can't flinch. Superstar player riding a bench. That's after man. I could go on.
That was good. Yeah, I was just like, I ended up being in his screenwriting class, dude, and he like, is just such a good teacher, and it was a lot of like project-based stuff. Like, it was a couple easy projects, and then at the end of the semester, it was like you get to watch everybody, the film class, because there was a screenwriting and a film class. The film class had to make it, so like at a certain point, screenwriting was just watching movies and writing notes. And he was very much about like, dude, yeah, this is an elective. This isn't like we're learning, but it's film.
Yeah.
And like, so like just support the film class, and you know, and it was fun because I was acting in a lot of other people's movies, and it was like this bug. And so I wrote this screenplay about this time that I lost my cell phone. Well, the girl I was dating at the time took my phone.
Oh, wow. Tell us about that.
Yeah, she took my phone, and she went through it like while I was asleep, and then it was like a whole thing, so I decided to churn that.
And that's what you get for having girls at your house.
And it was a midday nap. It wasn't like
no.
Yeah. And like,
door closed, or did you leave it open?
It was a couch, like very, if parents came in, it was very, like they're
Quite
just
innocent.
napping, quite innocent. They're not even laying on each other, like nap.
Okay.
And I was just like exhausted nap.
I was gonna get mad for
I
a
was
second.
playing football. and I decided to churn that like experience into a noir movie.
Yeah.
So it's like,
tell us the name of this.
So it's called
film.
Sell Me Your Love, but sell is with a C, like cell phone.
Yeah.
And the whole idea is about this guy who gets his cell phone stolen by a girl in high school. But what's so funny is all the main characters are like dressed like noir people, and it's black and white. But I remember I loved leaning into the fact that like only the people with actual dialogue have to be in costume, and they have to take it seriously. Everybody else, it's fine that we don't have 100 trench coats.
Right.
Because it's so funny that people are still wearing like, you know, Thrasher shirts.
Right.
You know, when wearing Dickies.
500 plastic meatballs, that type of stuff.
Yeah. It was just so funny to like that juxtaposition, and then it really like, I was telling Dante, you know Dante from the Inferno. I was telling Dante the other day because we were talking about comedy in inspo, and I was like, dude, I think my favorite thing about comedy, what cracks me up the most, is people who play it straight, like Leslie Nielsen and The Naked Gun and all those things, and Airplane, you know, like, because it's like, what's so funny is that humor is like, it's the guy playing the fool, and everyone's laughing at him, but he's so oblivious to the laughter. Like, he sees people, and he doesn't register that, like, there's no embarrassment at all, and it's not because he's, like, dumb, it's because he's got another harebrained scheme that he's on.
Yeah.
So it doesn't even matter. He's able to, like, deadpan look at these people in the face, and just, like, he knows he wants to know when the plane lands.
Exactly. And when.
And when it lands. But it's like, yeah, it's the whole playing it straight, and that's what I liked in Sell Me Your Love, was like, everyone, it was a comedy, but there was no, like, jokes.
Right.
You know, it was just people, like, being so serious at high school, and how serious high school could feel.
Yeah.
Dude, but it was so fun. You know, not to toot my own horn, but that movie ended up sweeping at, like, our high school film, like, awards. Like, I think it won everything but Best Actor.
That's because I wasn't in it.
And that's because I wasn't in it. But, like, it swept, and everyone had such a fun time, and, like, I think something I've forgotten in my screenplays lately, what worked then, was, like, I was writing for the film class, and the people, there was, like, you know, a pool of, like, 30, not an actual pool, there is, like, a pool of 30 kids, like, who were gonna be the actors for this, you know, so it's not like you're, like, writing and you're trying to imagine the perfect character. You're like, oh, it's gonna be Bryce from third period, or it's gonna be Darby from whoever.
Yeah.
And it made it more fun to be like, oh, I'm writing this for this person.
Yeah,
I'm writing
and
this
in their voice.
And in their voice.
Yeah.
And it came much more naturally. And then when people were reading it, I heard, because I didn't even, like, go to the meeting where they picked all the scripts that they were gonna make, but my buddy was in that class, and he said people were fighting over mine.
Yeah.
That people really wanted to direct mine, and that was the biggest, you know, testament to me at the time. I was all like, oh, okay. Like, I wrote little stories in, like, third grade that my mom would photocopy, and then I was published. And I just kept doing that just because you know, I don't know, the autism. I was like, this is just so fun to me, like, creating these worlds, and then to see people wanting to direct it. You know, not fighting, but it's like, dude, I want to be a part of this creative vision. Like, I love the blueprint Chuck laid out, you know, like, yeah.
Well, do you have any regrets in life?
Dude, yeah. I think my biggest regret right now is I'm, like, shutting people out, like, all the time, and I feel, like, overwhelmed, you know, for the worst reasons. Like, I feel overwhelmed when, like, people send me memes and, like, have plans to want to hang out. Like, I just feel like the weight of the world, and the tough part about, like, the line, do what you love, you never work a day in your life. That's not true, is it, KP? We love this shit. We're working all the fucking time, and we're never getting paid, you know? And so it's like, what sucks about having, like, a career like film and entertainment, and, like, a weird, like, Fugazi kind of career is, like, you never know when it ends, you know? I really envy the people who, like, you know, can do
For you?
But, like, the 9 to 5, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, it's, you know, you're putting in all this work, but, you know, like, my mom and my sister, they, you know, work 9 to 5s, and they went to a retirement dinner last night at this, like, bougie-ass restaurant.
Yeah.
And I'm always so envious of, like, wow, like, coworkers.
Right.
You know, and, like, relationships, and getting to interact with other people and learn for years.
On set, it's like we're coworkers for 5 days.
Yeah, you want to...
If you're lucky.
Explain what set is like, how you know set, like, a little bit of that?
I'm good. But that was
Oh.
going to be my final question. That was going to be like, do you have any questions for me? But
Yeah.
I think my last question for you, Carlos, colloquially known as Chuck. You want to get out of here?
I'd love to.
Let's go. So, I know this is going to sound counterproductive, but I'm tired of dating clowns, okay? I'm just, I know. And this is where it gets pretty crazy. If you can make me laugh, I'm yours forever.
You know, that doesn't sound crazy at all. What's crazy are the sales down at Dumbo's RV farm. Honestly, I'm just trying to get this flower to squirt for.
Oh, a little premature.
Sorry, it's honestly, I know I'm dressed the part, and you don't want a half-assed clown, and you want someone who can actually make you laugh, but I'm not even on this train for business, for funny business even. I'm going to Vienna to see a really expensive and specialized veterinarian because my rubber chicken. Sorry. My rubber chicken won't squeak.
I'm so sorry. Do you need a tissue?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
That's how I cry.
Yeah.
But I just, I don't want to give him up. He was my first rubber chicken. I saw him at the CVS, and I just thought it was funny. I didn't care. Everybody was saying that my mom was upset that it was $18, but it was funny.
It's comical that you would spend $18 on this.
And for years, I got so much. Dude, the laughs per mile on this for the $18 have paid itself tenfold.
Did he ever have a squeaker?
He did. He did have a squeaker. So we're heading to Vienna to see Dr. Strussenschlaffens and see if he can safely install. Because there's methods in America that put the squeaker back in, but it's like a super dangerous procedure.
Yeah, and it's not humane.
Yeah, they have to like break the rib cage open
Oh.
and like.
And
To
I heard
think about my
his
Mr.
rib
Rubbers.
cage is full of gummy worms.
Yeah, and you know how hard a gummy worm is to break.
Yeah.
So they're just gonna be punching him for so long.
Poor guy.
But this Dr. Schluffenslaffen, he has this new procedure where it's like a pill, but it's got little like nano. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I forgot to mention.
On a train?
I'm actually a little distraught, and if I can't get this chicken help, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Oh no.
That my tools aren't what they used to be. When I started in this industry, I was just a juggler. And honestly, jugglers, for the skill that they have, get paid the least amount of wages in our industry.
Really?
You would think. Because, like, what I do, sure, it's fine. I'll host the BET Awards. It's fine. I'll be on America's Got Talent. Like,
Yeah.
whatever. I'll make millions of people laugh in crowded arenas at Madison Square Garden. And it's like, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, who cares about any of that? Because what jugglers do is an actual skill. This?
That's the true love there.
This?
Just pays the bills.
This is just, yeah, this is just, I always wanted to be a geologist.
That got me.
So, you're mine forever.
Sure. I guess.
I got this for you.
Oh, let me smell this.
Yeah. He's happy. He likes you.
This is proof of things to come. Okay.
Hey, maybe later did you wanna...
If only your will work.
Wait, I swear to God, I have another prop here. I know I made you laugh, but did you see the shoes? I did. I went all out for this date.
I think these might be a little
I
big.
don't. They're just
Let
size
me
20.
see 'em again.
Yeah, because it was easy to put it up there the first time.
You need to go to more yoga classes. Big foot, little foot.
I'm just saying, dude. People clown on me all the time, pun intended, saying that this isn't a real job, that what I do is stupid, and people are
Yes.
like, when are you gonna get off stage?
Exactly.
When are you gonna wrap this up?
Yes.
You're almost 30.
Yes.
I'm seeing white hairs in your fro.
Yes.
Like, I get that, but I'm going all out every day. And before people call me out in the comments, I chose not to do the white face makeup today because I'm not a white-faced clown anymore. You can't do blackface, you can't do whiteface. What I say,
Beautiful.
you can't even do, I've done brown face, but people can't tell.
Oh, and why is that?
Because I'm actually,
Carlo Angelini. This was another role.
Oh my goodness. It just doesn't stop.
I've lost who I am, but it's not even about me. It's about my rubber chicken. Ow! Ow! That hurts so bad! Ow! Ow, my nose! Ow!
Got your nose!
Oh no!
Got
Oh
your
my
nose!
God! I'm in so much pain too much pain to make a Michael Jackson joke. Ah! Sorry to get political.
When the nose comes off, you know, it gets real.
And the nose knows, you knows?
Realize.
Realize nose is